Jim Rohn said, success is what you attract by the person you become. How do you become? You become by designing the exact person you want to be and becoming that person right now. You see, I find that people believe that success is by accident or by luck. I believe that success is by design. Hi, I'm Alfonso Quadra, entrepreneur, author, speaker, and creator and host of this program. You see, I went from being a 15-year-old, war-torn, homeless, high school dropout to running a successful corporation by 20 years old. But what happened? Did the world change? Did people change? No. I discovered that for things to change in my life, I had to change. And I did. At 17 years old, I sat down and made a list of goals and designed the exact life I wanted to live. I achieved everything on that list by 20 years old. Success is not by accident, it is by design. And welcome to the Success by Design show, where we bring you the stories and formulas of successful people that have designed their own success. And today, we're talking about winning at life. And there's no one better here to talk about winning at life than Majeed, author of Winning at Life. 12 secrets to winning at life, right?
12 secrets to awesomeness.
Awesomeness.
That's right.
Majeed, number one, thank you for being in our studios today.
My pleasure.
And since the theme of today is winning at life, what does it take to win at life?
Well, Alfonso, you got your own TV show. You're looking pretty sharp. Came from rags to riches. You must be winning at life. You see, it's different for all of us. Your dream may have been to have a TV show. My dream may be to be a concert pianist. It's whatever our dream is, how do we make it come true? Winning at life, I think of it like a game. You know, life's a game. And I was told these are the rules of the game. When I was a kid, my parents said, you got to get good grades so you can get into a good university. You got to get into university, and then you do the best in university so you get a good job. And then you do the best in the job, and you go back to school so you can get a better job. And then you get a better job, and then you save money, and then you're going to be rich when you retire. You're going to be 60 years old, and then you can finally do what you want to do.
Wow.
That was the story that I was told. And so it came to me, luckily early on, that I don't want to be old and rich. I want to live the life that I want to live now. And that's what I call winning at life, is figuring out what you want to do with your life and doing it. Simple as that.
Now you traveled throughout the world, and I think you went to 21 countries. How many countries?
24 countries before I was 21. I'm past 30 now, and I'm going for 100.
Yes. And so what does winning at life mean to you?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. For me, it's all about travel, freedom. And, you know, travel is just one expression of freedom for me. I want to be able to do what I want to do, where I want to do it, when I want to do it, and with whom I want to do it, right? And so that's all about freedom. And so I boiled it down to 5 freedoms. And it starts with money for me, financial freedom. And financial freedom is making more money than you need to spend, right? That's how you start to be able to save money. That's how you get passive income, investments. That leads to time freedom. Time freedom is to be able to spend your time how you want to do it. So if you have a 9-to-5 job and your boss tells you you have to be in the building called work, you know, you've got limited time freedom. And your next freedom is relationship freedom. Get to spend your time and your money with the people that you want to be with. The next freedom is service freedom. Your ability to serve is hindered by your free time and your relationships and your money, right? So
absolutely, yeah.
Your ability to serve, your service freedom, and finally geographic freedom. I want to be where I want to be. So that led me to design a business that allows me to work from anywhere in the world, allows me to work a 50-hour work week or a 5-hour work week, depending on the workload. And it gives me this freedom. So for me, travel was about freedom, and I was always asking myself, how do I find the free time and the money to travel? And I was able to travel to those many countries, but now I ask myself, how do I go somewhere and come back richer? How do I go somewhere and come back richer? In other words, how do I get paid to travel? I just spent the last year in Australia, traveled through the whole country, traveled through New Zealand, Indonesia, and I got paid to go there, and I got to do what I love to do, which is help entrepreneurs start businesses.
So this sounds like right now you are winning at life. So what was that moment that you realized that, whoa, wait a minute here, I've arrived? What was your kind of aha moment that you knew you were on the right track, and you knew that it was exactly what you wanted to do with your life?
Yeah. Well, Alfonso, I could probably point to two different times. One is I was 16 years old. I arrived at this snow cone stand where I'd been going every day that summer ordering cherry snow cones and blueberry snow cones, and I saw that the business was for sale. And I tried to figure out, how do you buy a business? And so I went home, I wrote a business plan, I got a loan from the bank, I bought the business, I hired all my friends, and I had a blast for that summer. And I ran it the next summer and ran it the next summer and sold it for more money than I ever had, and I started traveling. So I started to realize, okay, business is good if I can make money, traveling is fun, and at the time, I couldn't find a job. And so, I couldn't get a job, so I made my own job. I bought the business, I had made my own job, made jobs for my friends because I hired them as well. So that started me into entrepreneurship. I ended up starting 5 different businesses all through my high school and university. And then the second time was when I overcame my fears. I overcame my fears when I was in Spain. I was living in Spain at the time, and I was traveling, walking this path. It's a 500-mile path from the border of France and Spain to the western coast of Spain.
Oh, I love this.
Camino de Santiago.
Yes, yes.
And my first day, I'm walking, I got my walking stick, I got my backpack, I'm all alone, it's beautiful. I walk up this hill and I go around this corner, and there are these 2 barns right next to each other, and right between the barn is a bull.
Okay.
Big horns and no leash. There's no leash on this bull, and there's nobody around. And I'm just like, I'm trying to not, poop myself. And so I see this bull, and I'm thinking I got to go back, but I don't want to run because I know the bull is activated with motion sensor vision. But I don't want to go back. I'm at the beginning of my path here, and I'm looking at this bull, and the bull puts his head down, and I thought, okay, I'm dead. I'm going to die. And the bull comes up, and he's got a mouthful of grass. And he's just chewing away. And I walk right past this bull, and I hold my breath.
How close were you to the bull?
I am about twice as it's about twice as far as we are right now. Okay. I could have pet this bull if I would have got a little closer. I mean, it's a cow with horns, but it is a scary thing, right?
Oh, I've seen images on YouTube.
Yeah, I thought I might die, And so I walked past this bull, and he didn't do a thing. He's just hanging out. And I realized I was scared, maybe for no reason, maybe a good reason, a little bit scared, but I can walk past my fears. And I spent the next 30 days walking, and I realized if I can overcome this fear, what other fears can I overcome? And the biggest question I asked myself was, if I didn't have fear, what would I do with my life? And I wrote it all down, and I made this list of all these different things that I would do in my life if I didn't have fear. I walked past this bull, what else could I walk past? And I had that notebook, and this was 2006. I got back to university, stuck the notebook away, and I didn't find it. I never looked at it again for years, until about 3 years ago, I looked at the notebook, and I have done over half of these things that I was so scared about, but I really wanted to do, like scuba diving, like biking super long distance, running a marathon. I've done all these things just because I wrote it down at one point. So I realized the power of setting goals, the power of overcoming your fears. Those were my aha moments.
Majeed, I agree 100%. There's so many times that we fear so many things in life. And if we just did those things, we would realize that those are the things we're supposed to be doing.
That's right.
And so many times is, everything you want out of life is at the other side of fear. So for people that are watching this program, and they're sitting there scared. They're facing a fear. They want to win at life, but they're just paralyzed. What are 3 tips that you could offer right now to somebody watching this program that can take and run with it?
3 tips. Figure out what you want.
Be clear. Be clear on what you want.
Be exactly clear on what you want. Make a plan to make it happen, and ask for help. Those 3 things. Figure out what you want, plan to make it happen, and ask for help. And I teach people how to do this in my book, Winning at Life. The first half is all about figuring out what you want. We take you through exercises to just imagine, what would you do without fear? What would you do if your dreams could come true, if you could wave a magic wand? Just forget about fear for a minute. And then the second half is all about the plan. What would you have to do every single day, move a little bit closer, what goals you need to set? How do you ask for help, find the mentors, get those resources so that you can live the life of your dreams?
So if I want to win at life and know about the 12 secrets of awesomeness, what are you know, what are some other roadblocks that people face? You know, we talked about fear, but what are some other roadblocks that, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm fearless, I read your book, but nothing's happening.
Your biggest enemy, your biggest roadblock is always yourself, and particularly your mind, okay? People believe themselves. That's the problem these days. You believe yourself. You say, I don't have enough money to go on a vacation, and you go, well, I better not go on a vacation then. You go, I don't have enough time to start a new business. Well, I guess I can't start a new business then. I don't have a good idea, so I won't do anything. And you believe that, right? So what I've found is a real simple trick. Take that belief that's limiting you and turn it into a question. So if the belief is, I don't have enough money to go on vacation, ask the question, how do I raise money to go on vacation? The question creates possibilities, it creates solutions.
And this is where the goals come in.
Exactly.
Is there a specific way that someone should be writing their goals down? Is there something specific that, or is you just, are they just writing anything you want, or is there a specific strategy to writing goals?
There are a lot of specific strategies, and we outline it in our book. My book, and I co-authored with Bob Yurichuk, who is the #4 sales trainer in the world, and he's been training sales trainers all over to set and achieve their goals. And we work together to make this book specifically for youth. So if you're in high school and you want to get good grades, or you want to get into a great university, just as the story that I was told, this is the path, this is the process. And you said the word, it's specific. Vague goals produce vague results. Absolutely. Specific goals. So there's actually an acronym SMART, S-M-A-R-T. Specific, measurable.
Measurable. So meaning today, for example, like in so many weeks, I should be at this point.
Exactly, exactly. If you, let's say you want to make $100,000 in a year. Well, okay, so it's the beginning of 2013 now. The end of 2014, we've got 12 months. Let's break it down. If I want to make $100,000, I better make around $10,000 per month. So at the end of the month, you can measure,
yes.
SM, measure, how much did I make this month? So am I 10% there or not? The next one is attainable. Can you actually achieve that goal? You know, if my goal is to make $1 bazillion, it's not attainable, right? So specific, measurable, attainable, realistic. Realistic is, now I don't particularly like the word realistic. It kind of bums me out. I want to break through. You're just being pessimistic by saying realistic. But realistic is, does your mind believe it's possible? Because if it doesn't believe it's possible, it will sabotage you. It will not even try.
It will eat away at you.
Exactly. You'll be questioning it and questioning it. I don't think it's possible. It's not realistic. So just make it realistic. And the last one's time-bound. Time-bound, and the measurement example we said was a year. So give it a date. Some people say a goal is a dream with a deadline.
Yes.
Give it a date. So SMART.
Well, Majeed, we learned so much about winning at life, and I think a lot of people can take what they've learned today and run with it. So I want to thank you for coming on the program, and I'm sure we'll see you sometime soon. And you out there, stick around for more Success by Design show.